gotta pin it to win it. You lift, you lose, you lose, you lose, you lose.
Downcore was a product of desperation. It was basically desperation because him and I were in a cover band together. I left the cover band and needed something to do, and he's like, "Hey man, I got this recording studio. Let's play some stuff." And I'm like, "Well, what are we gonna play?" "I don't know anything. We'll write originals."
Yeah. Well, remember it was like back in the day when we used to record over at Wally's house. We did a song called Hemp.
Yeah.
And I had that.
That's right. Yeah. Yep.
I had that solo. I wanted you to do the solo.
Yep.
And then I wanted to recreate that. It was like, let's bring that song back up. Let's update it and everything. Drop it down to 400. Make it a little heavier. That's when it all started.
That kind of kicked it off. Exactly.
Right. And the only reason was because we were in a band together and he quit. That's
what I'm saying. It was like desperation. Like, I gotta play some music, do something. He's like, well, let's do some. I never did originals.
With him. I'm like, man, chemistry was too good.
It was.
Okay, so how long did you do this? Start working in the studio before it evolved into Downcore?
Well, it was probably about 13 bottles of Jack Daniels.
yeah.
So probably about, I don't know, 2 weekends. No.
It was probably, it's hard to say. I want to say it may have been, it could have been 6 months, could have been a year.
It was 6 months. You guys already had stuff going.
But we had never.
We weren't writing
the band
for anybody or anything or any
what
reason.
What year was this?
This was probably 2010, I want to say.
Yeah.
And it was just him and I, and as we started compiling songs, we said, well, what the hell? We should probably make this a band,
Right.
We'll get some guys. We'll make the CD. We'll make the album, and then we'll get some guys. You know,
it's that easy.
Yeah, And if you listen to the first album, it sort of sounds like that. I mean, we literally put that album together. I think in a year.
Yeah.
And
it was all demo. We never refined it.
When did you start doing Final Deception?
That probably started happening. That was a labor of love. Now this album's taken tenfold longer, but there's 13 songs on this album, so it was.
Yeah.
We started that. I want to say probably 2013. I want to say.
Yeah.
We tinkered with it around 12. We played some songs out live, but it was before we really decided we were going to do it. Hey, we got a couple new songs.
Right.
We needed, because we only had 7 songs, so we needed to add a few more. We did some covers, but probably 2013.
Right, it was right around there.
Yeah,
right around there. Because a lot of songs come from 2013 from the CD. Because what I would do is I would write songs, compile them, put them in folders, and then Jimmy'd come over Wednesday, Friday, and he'd listen to songs and go, nope, 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 wait, back that up. Yeah, we can use that one. I mean, honest to God,
the rest.
We had plenty to choose from. It was tough choosing 13 songs to put on the CD.
How did you choose them then?
Which one sucks worse?
Yeah. Well, no, it was kind of a battle because he was like, I like this song, and and it was basically common ground.
Right. This song, the CD was going to have 14. We were going to put again on that CD, and at the last minute, I went.
And I went, thank God.
Love Hate wasn't going to be on it.
Love Hate was not going to be on it, right?
Yeah.
So who's the songwriter?
Both of us.
Now, do
I
you
just
collaborate on
have
songs,
the.
or do you do it individually? Each have your own songs, or do you collaborate?
Collaborate.
That's a good question. Yeah, I mean, this album is
it's both, really. Both.
Getting on that, this album was quite a bit different than the first album. Him and I tandemly wrote most of the riffs on it. On this album, he wrote the majority of the bulk of the song, and then he would present it to me, and then I wrote a lot of the bridges, choruses, things like that.
Altered the guitar work.
Right. Arrangements, things like that.
Stuff like
so
that.
Yeah, this album was quite a bit different. I mean, I think the only song that I really credit myself on would probably be For the Real. I went you know, here it is,
Right.
and you
This
know,
is right from ground up.
right, bass. I like the bass this way, the drums. I mean,
Right.
but for the most part, he would, you know, he was on the
Right.
writing end of it. So, and lyrics wise, I write all the lyrics.
Yeah.
So, you know, I really didn't have time to, you know, work. I work, you know, 8 hours a day. I'm a painter for cars.
Yeah.
I paint cars, you know. So I mean, it's like so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had my hands full trying to come up with ideas just for the lyrics of these songs. What's it going to be about? What's it? Some were easy, some
Yeah.
I have no idea. The music inspired me. I know exactly what I'm going to write about, you know.
Yeah.
Now, do you write the songs after you hear his music?
Yeah, pretty much most
Pretty
of the time. Sometimes I have lyrics or ideas in my head, you know, and I'll throw them in there. But yeah, most of the time I get inspiration from the song. I'll hear the way the groove is of the tune, you know, and I'll go, man, all right, it's darker. This one's a little
Yeah.
more fun. This one is kind of, you know.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You know, the album has a message. I mean, you know, a lot of our songs, you leave it up to the listener to decide. I mean, it's. I know it sounds cliche, but no one likes to paint a box around. You know, like we're a Christian band, or we're this, or you know.
Far from it.
The album is almost a concept album.
But
If
you
you
could say
listen
it.
to it, yeah, from the beginning to the end, you know, it moves, and at the very end of the album, you know, it like kind of explains itself. But yeah, I guess you'd say it's a little bit darker than the first one.
Yes.
Now, is there a song on the album Final Deception, or is that just the title album?
Yeah, it's on there.
Yeah.
See, I've listened to a couple songs, I just haven't got to the whole 13.
That's what's neat. It kind of gives you plenty of time. You can, you know, listen to 2 or 3, and then, you know,
Right.
we wanted to bring back albums. You know, we were always bummed, like, you know, like bands like even Rush is famous for it. There's 6 songs
Concept
on there, 7 songs, like Permanent Waves, and you know,
Right.
even Moving Pictures. You know,
Right.
small and well, damn, I want to hear more tunes. You know, and a lot of the good, you know, the Zeppelins, a lot of those, you know, had a lot of music. So instead of bringing the 7-minute song back, we went to the 13 song CD. You know,
Full
5
length
minutes.
CD.
full
Right.
length, exactly. You know,
Yeah.
we want our fans to get, if you're going to pay
Right.
$7 or $10 or whatever it is for our CD, we want you to have your money's worth.
Right.
Right.
If love it or hate it, if you hate it, that gives you that much longer to hate it, you know? Really. The artwork on the CD is all, you know, the Final Deception was about, you know, what they tell you, and then what inevitably the earth is going to be someday. You know, it's going to be dust, you know, because of our
Yeah.
own stupidity. So the Final Deception is you're hearing everything that they're telling you, it's okay, life is good, don't worry about a thing, you know, when they know they're never going to, you know, I mean, just like the whole alien conspiracy, they know, you know, whatever, they're not going to tell you about it. So that's what it
No.
is. And the album cover is actually a, you know, is like a wasteland, and there's a cracked window in it as a mirror, and this is what this guy sees. What you see, this is what they're telling
Right.
you is going on, you know.
Right.
It looks great, you know, when you're looking in there, but all around you, if you go like that, it's crap, you know.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
that's
it's
kind of where the
Apocalypse.
Through the looking glass.
whole exactly, it's a looking glass thing. Yeah.
Right.
What's your favorite song on that?
My favorite song is Addiction. It's one of the first ones we ever wrote.
Yeah.
More. Watching the world go by, day after day. Would you challenge your faults, or just run away? Life is too short and the time is quickly fading away. On with another day. Why would you try to
I'm probably the one that moves me the most is probably For the Real.
Yeah.
Only because the lyrics to that, well, yeah, but that was heartfelt. Those lyrics came from right here. You know, when I wrote that
Right.
tune, every time I hear that song,
Right.
the first verse of that song, it's like, you know, it's just like it chokes you up because, you know, most people that can like relate to that if you've lost somebody or if you've been, you know, screwed around by someone. You know, I like the riff, and is it because I wrote it? It's just I just relate to that song. I just like the way it moves.
Shadows of the faith departed, the unsuspecting need beware. Winds of change fast upon us, no more heroes, just empty chairs. A central presence, I feel your stare, though you're gone, somehow still there. Not who you were, just who you are. Timeless sequence, so close, so far. And I see, and I feel, and I wait.
How do you get the vinyl reception?
You can purchase the CD down at B-Side Music, or you can get it online at iTunes, Rhapsody, Google Play, any of the digital download sites. You can get it on Reverb Nation. You can get it from any one of us on Facebook. We all have physical copies.
We do not have CDs yet. We will, but the
digicards, the drop cards.
Yeah, why don't you tell me a little bit more about your digicards then?
Well, digicards, they're when we first released it, this girl had said she messaged us and said, drop cards. That I've been trying to get bands to do this for the last 6 years. Because that I applaud you guys for taking a step into the future, and I believe that this is the future because, I mean, I can hand you a card that you could stick in your wallet or in your purse or in your shirt pocket, you know, that contains all the information you need to download our music, and you can put it on anything you want. You can put it on your iPhone. You can put it on your in your car. You can burn a CD. You can put it in your digital collection. You know, digicards, drop cards. They're cool. They're plastic. And the coolest thing is, if I had researched it a little better, on the back we could have put that little smartphone box
with your smartphone. Bam, done.
You know, that would take care of everything for you, all the information you need on it. And another thing I found out is they impregnate these plastic cards with seeds. So when you're done downloading it, you plant it in the dirt and it turns into a bush or a flower or a tree or whatever they did. These cards are biodegradable. It's crazy. You know, it makes even more sense to go this way. Less bulk.
Final deception, answering one last call. Yeah! One